past and why are we so freaking addicted to the past? Why is that? What's the deal with that? Why are we so fascinated? Why are we so wrapped up in what used to be, what happened in the past, our traumas, our hurts, and our pains? Why is the past so freaking exciting? What's wrong with the present moment? Why can't the present moment be enough? And I ask myself that question personally, and that's why we're having this podcast episode. I want to know, why is it that it's so difficult to shake the past? Why is it so difficult to figure out how to stay out of the past? I think that we don't realize that we are addicted to feeling a certain way. We're addicted to certain feelings coming up. We're addicted to 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm normally tired or irritated. And we don't realize that we start to become a set of patterns, a set of behaviors. And those things continue to roll over into each and every aspect of our lives. So the question I want you to ask yourself is, why am I addicted to the things that don't make me feel good? Why do I keep going back into my memory bank called the past, pulling up that old trauma, pulling up that old hurt, pulling up that old pain and saying, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and ruin my day. I'm going to go ahead and just, make things worse, make myself feel inadequate, make myself stressed out because the past is more important than the present moment. And so the question is, why is the past more important than the present moment? Why do we put so much energy in things that aren't in our present reality? Why do we continue to pull back into our lives things that make us feel crappy? Things that don't empower us? Why do we keep bringing things into our lives, feeling a certain way, and it's not serving you, right? So the question you got to ask yourself, is me pulling up the past hurts and traumas, is that serving me in this current present moment, in this day in my life? Is it getting me any closer to my goals, to my dreams? Me reminiscing about that pain, that moment, is it helping me right now? Or is being addicted to that moment in time, that trauma, continuously reminding your body what it felt like when you got assaulted, what it felt like when your dad was drinking too much, what it felt like when your mom left you and it was late at school, every time you go back to that moment, your body feels that again. And your body becomes addicted to feeling sad. Your body becomes addicted to having anxiety because your dad left or your mom. Your body becomes addicted to the way that you feel. So you have to be aware of the way you feel because your body remembers, right? So here it is. I typically try to be aware of my happiness, monitor my emotions, so to speak, right? Manage my emotions. Why do I try to do that? Why am I aware of that? Because I know if I don't watch how I feel, I'll keep feeling that way. If we don't watch our feelings, our emotions, our thoughts, we get addicted to feeling that way and we don't know it, right? I don't think any person wants to walk around and be sad all day. I don't really believe that, right? Not in my heart. I feel like most people want to be happy. They just haven't done it enough. I'm going to say it again. I feel like most people really want to be happy. They just don't practice happiness enough. And I think once you practice anything, like a 9-year-old or 8-year-old or 4-year-old learning a song on Disney or anything else, if you do it a million times or 1,000 times, 100 times, you know the words. So just like you can be addicted to being sad, you can be addicted to being happy. You can be addicted to having anxiety. You can be addicted to feeling all sorts of ways. Who knew that addiction could come in like so many different forms, so many different ways you could be addicted emotionally, mentally, spiritually, right? Feeling a certain kind of way. So being aware that you can be addicted to feeling happy just as well as you can be addicted to feeling sad, right? So we're addicted because we're addicted to the past because unfortunately, we haven't figured out how to learn a new set of behaviors. We haven't figured out how to create new experiences and then go back to the lens of that moment. right? I think it's a really good idea that you learn to create ways and situations where you can create happiness and go back and repeat those moments. You see, the thing is, we're not carving out, right? Write this down. I need to carve out time throughout my day to make happiness, to make happy moments, to be joyful. I need to go find a moment in my day to be joyful and go find, if it's a walk in the garden, if it's a walk wherever or whatever you need to do to find that peace of mind, go and do it. Why? Just like we're addicted to the past, right? You're also addicted to the way you think, right? And the way you think is really, really important because how you think, right, is how you feel, right? So I want to be addicted to feeling great. I want to be addicted to prosperity. I want to be addicted to being a very optimistic person. I think personally, right? I'm a very optimistic person. I don't want someone telling me what I can't do, right? And I'm addicted to winning. I'm addicted to me being prosperous. So I'm going to have a certain mindset. I'm addicted to a certain mindset that says, you know what? I'm optimistic. What if this works? What if I can do it? What if this business says yes? What if this client says yes? I'm addicted to possibility. Do you understand where this is going? I'm addicted to possibility. Why am I addicted to possibility? Because I've been practicing it. I've been practicing possibility. I've been practicing what would that feel like for that to come true, and not just like from a place of aiming, but like no, like I'm in my mind thinking like, what would that actually feel like? Right? What would that actually feel like? And here it is, if you're not aware, though the past will creep in and just replay itself in your mind. If you don't watch what it is that you're thinking about, if you don't watch your thoughts, the past. Here's another way how we're addicted to the past. Thoughts creep in, and then we latch onto them, and we don't even see it. We don't even see it. We latch onto a thought, it creeps in, and there goes the past again. Now here it is. Can you imagine something happening, let's say, I don't know, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and let's say every month or so you remember that moment? Do you think it'll be difficult for you to ever let that go? Do you think it'll be difficult for you to let something go that you continue to remember every single day? It will be very difficult. And that's what the past is. The past is bringing something that has already happened back into your life as if you want it to happen again. And you don't want the past to keep happening again. You want a new future. You want to step into the river of change. And you want to see what the possibilities are. But because you know what the past is. So why is it that you want to keep repeating what you've already done? Keep repeating what you've already saw, repeating what you've already felt. If you want a new life, you're going to have to create new feelings and new emotions. And the only way you're going to do that is you step into the river of change and say, you know what? I want to see what else I can do that doesn't involve the past. I want to see what newness I can bring into my life that doesn't involve something that I've already done. How can I do that? Is that available to me? And the answer is yes. Of course it's available. Of course. Why not? Again, I'm addicted to possibility. Are you addicted to the past? Right? And it's hard to be addicted to possibility if you're addicted to the past. If the past tells you, well, you haven't won before. Why do you think you're going to win now? Well, you remember you didn't do well in school. Why do you think you can get that degree now? Well, that happened in the past. That's not who you are now. You could be better. Things can change. But if you're not addicted to possibility, if you're addicted to the past, of course you're not going to think you can win. Of course you're not going to think things are possible because you're addicted to things that don't work. You're addicted to feeling and believing the old shit. And it's okay to let it go. I think it's a Disney song that goes, so I'm not going to sing it, but it goes something like that. But you got to let it go. The past is very addictive. You hear people talk about, oh, remember when I had this and I had that, and there's a song, "What Have You Done for Me Lately?" And I think that's indicative of your life. Your life is asking, what have you done for me lately? Your life is asking that. Your wife is asking that. Your children are asking that. Have you showed up in a different way lately? Have you brought something new into your life lately, or are you addicted to the past? That's a good. When was the last time you redecorated your home? When was the last time you redecorated your whatever, like your closet? When was the last time we got newness into your life? When was the last time you did something for the first time? Mm, there's a good one. That's a good question. Put that one down. When was the last time I did something the first time? Experience. I remember going in Vegas and doing a helicopter ride. That was crazy. Zip lining across Vegas. Helicopter with the doors off in Vegas. That was crazy. Oh my God. When and of course you don't have to do anything extreme like that or jump off of anything or skydive. I haven't done skydiving yet. But the point is I'm not trying to impress you, but impress upon you. It's okay to step into to change and not be addicted to feeling the way you've always felt. The past is very addictive. Feelings are very addictive. So ask yourself, am I addicted to feeling sad? Do I constantly remember things that make me feel like shit? Do I constantly remember things that make me sad? The time where I was molested, the time where I was abused, the time where I was taken advantage of, the time that I was cheated on. Are you constantly looking at your present life through the lens of the past? A great question. Am I looking at the present moment through the lens of my hurts, of my traumas, or am I looking at life through possibility? Am I looking at life through what could be? How am I looking at life? How am I looking at my future? How am I looking at it, right? So I want you guys to share this message and ask yourself as you're sharing this, as you're writing these moments down, am I addicted to the past? Am I addicted to things that don't make me feel good? Am I addicted, right, to the right things? Because just like you can be addicted to the past, you can be addicted to possibility. So I challenge you, I encourage you to be addicted to change, be addicted to possibility instead of the past. The past is always available. What's wrong is always available. And so is what's right. And so is possibility. And I'm going to challenge you and I'm going to inspire you to be addicted to possibility, be addicted to what could be addicted to hope, be addicted to change, and be addicted to possibilities. Until next time, I'll see you guys soon.